So, chef, the last dish, Bannock.
Yep.
Right? I've never been a good baker because preciseness. Like most baking is, you have to be on. But I hear you like baking.
I do. I love baking. But I have to be honest, I tried making Bannock once because I love it. And the Bannock I've had was delicious. But mine was not. It was not good Bannock, so I've never tried it again.
We'll teach you the most basics, and my wife's a baker, so I also don't know how to bake.
Oh, okay.
And when I challenged my red seal, I failed baking every time. Actually, even when I passed, I failed baking. But
you just need your wife to sneak in there.
100%. But when I was taught by my mom, and I've tried to ask her for. There's no measurements. Doesn't exist.
She cooks like me then.
100%.
Yeah.
So a cook makes good Bannock.
Oh,
But a baker
that would explain it.
is tough with Bannock because they're expecting it to be
Exact.
a science.
See, yeah, I do.
So the way I was taught is we have our bowl, have it even level halfway up. We take our
And I like flowers in my hair, but not flowers.
flour in my hair. Just give me a sec here,
Yeah,
guys.
you got it all for you already.
Make sure when you get your baking powder, everybody,
Yeah.
read the ingredients. There is the #1 seller of baking powder in Canada. The #1 ingredient is cornstarch. So if you look for baking powder, make sure to go down your aisle. Generally, it's going to be not the #1 one, and just make sure you look at the ingredients. Because if we look there, the first ingredient is sodium bicarbonate. The second ingredient is cornstarch. So it doesn't seem like much, but my wife has taught me this because she's a baker.
She's a professional.
Yeah. So we're going to put on just enough to cover the top.
Liberally.
And you're gonna want it to be almost too much, but not enough that you can taste the baking powder.
Okay.
So there is a science that I don't know. Maybe it'll taste bad.
Yeah, I've
But
done that.
guess what we're gonna put in?
Wow.
The duck fat will cover everything.
Okay,
Right?
because mine didn't. It tasted like battery acid.
So then we're gonna mix it up.
Yeah.
Just our dry ingredients. And then we do a little pocket.
Yeah.
So this is the secret. My mom always told me. Get it down. Do your pocket. Make your well.
Yeah.
So this is the part I love about baking is getting
Right.
your hands right in there.
So that's our well. My mom's always looks so much better, but that's okay. I got lukewarm water, just tap water. You don't need nothing fancy.
I think your mom would be proud. That
Right?
looks pretty good.
The secret's right to the top.
Okay.
Since it's sea salt, I'm going to put it in the water and not in the flour,
Okay.
just so it dissolves,
It's
right?
a bit more coarse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good little tip there.
Now, coming
Especially for
around hot,
non-bakers.
Yeah.
this is our duck fat. So you're going to use lard or shortening. Some people will use. There's no wrong way to make Bannock. I'm super flour, salt, baking powder, water. That's how I was taught.
Yeah.
And then you always put lard or duck fat into it. So what you get your cold water on top and your hot oil. When you pour it in, you're going to see it turn into little balls of goodness.
Yeah.
And then as they cool down,
It's got
they're going to
bubbles everywhere.
float through it. Yep. Take that back over here. Now as it cools, it goes through our salt. Ooh, that's hot. And we just slowly mix it together.
bring that in.
And then once we bring that in, it'll look like wet pancake batter.
Yeah,
Exactly like it
That's
looks
what
like.
I had for breakfast
same.
yesterday. Not pancake batter, but pancake.
You had pancake Bannock.
Yeah.
apparently. Yeah, see, with mine, I think I made it too thick. It was,
You want it to be super watery.
Okay.
So my mom would hit me as well for wearing
keep
nitro
adding.
gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta
get your
you
hands
gotta
in
get your
there,
hands
right?
dirty, right? Yeah.
What would your wife say?
Ah, I don't think my wife actually ever says anything because the amount she tells me I don't listen to her, I must not, right? I respect her feelings. Yeah.
And again, you said this isn't for bakers. This is a cook.
This is a cook thing, right?
Food. Okay.
If it was a baker, it'd be a biscuit or
A
something.
pinch.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
You'd have measuring cups out.
No measuring cups.
This is all about feel.
That's exactly what it is.
And it has to be
So look at it. What is that starting to look like?
pancake batter.
It's starting to look like pancake batter. So once we're here, that's when the mess starts. So we're going to flour our table.
Messy is my type of cooking.
Yeah, flour your table, and you don't want to break the starch, so you don't want to knead it too much. Keep it nice and soft.
What happens if you break the starch?
It won't rise. What does my wife say? If you break the gluten, Marcel, by overbeating it, it won't rise, and it'll be blah blah blah, and it just doesn't do what you want to do.
It's hard, right? Yeah.
The other thing you can't do is, what did she say? She always tells me, don't buy the high protein flour, Marcel. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
There's something that I learned from her. There's different levels
Just
of
Oh.
one thing.
A protein.
Yeah, protein
So you have
flour.
more carbs in there.
Yeah.
So, Chef, before you go to the next step, I think Tracy and I will excuse ourselves.
You don't want to get messy?
I
Okay.
see you looking like
All
that.
the time.
And
Yeah.
we will let you be, because that's when you need some space to do your thing.
Done
Right.
deal.
And then you're going to make these, you're going to fry them, and then we're going to come back, and when we come back, we're going to start plating up. Right?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't need it to
Nobody
be
more
extra
excited than us,
Yeah, perfect.
because there's tasting after.
Wicked. Thank you, guys. See, it's stuck on the gloves. Get that on film? Yeah, it's all by sight, right? So as soon as it's golden brown.
Yeah. We're talking about a couple minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.